Let's get right to it, guys. Spawning in the bottom right position, our Eastern European machine. All he does is ladder. That's literally it. He just ladders all the time. He's a crazy guy. Plays tons of game. Really, really great guy. One of my favorite players. Give it up for Empire Koss. And spawning in the top left position as the purple Zerg player from Team Acer. Very, very strong. Scary player. I honestly expected her to take this possibly with a 3-1. But Koss, he's really put on a good show. And you know what, Scarlett? Very scary player. Give it up for Acer Scarlett. Now, Akalon Flats. Of course, this is a map ported over from the... excuse me. I don't like accidentally bump my mouse, like the observing just gets like really derp really quickly. One of the observers pointing out is like, oh man, they got 10 minutes. They got to end this game quickly or everyone's going to go watch the Vengeance trailer. I know I'll watch it. I'll just like open it up another tab. It's like cast while I'm watching that. But it looks like Koss is going to go for a barracks play opener. Nothing cheeky out of Scarlett. And in chat, just like type 1 if you want something crazy to happen. But, well, it looks like we're going to have economical play out of both players. No fast gas from Koss yet. He could, but nope. This isn't Heart of the Storm, of course, so going for fast gas versus Zerg, not terribly useful. 15 hatch from Scarlett, and I feel like we've actually had a really great series of games, guys. I invite you, if you're watching this on the VODs, you know, check out the rest of the game, share them with people, let people know how you feel about the casting, the game quality, as well as the observing. I've really been enjoying going through these games. This has been a really awesome day of RSL. Scarlett is one of my favorite players, my favorite foreign Zerg player, just because Stefano gets enough love, but spawning pool going down for Scarlett. No gas. Are you sure you don't want to get gas? All right, well, SCV for Koss. Going to scout. Going for that fast expand. The command center is started on the low ground. Oh, that mule. Wow, that was like the luckiest observing moment of my life. Spawning pool will be done soon. And I think... All right, this is probably going to annoy someone, but I'm pretty sure I can turn... Oh, I do have the extreme physics on. Huh. I was wondering, we're not getting any crazy splashes. I thought they added the crazy physics to Heart of to Wings of Liberty too, but... It would seem not. I haven't seen anything awesome with the Baneling detonations, so gotta wait for HOTS for all the physics action, because we all know physics is amazing. But nothing really decisive coming out of either of these players. Pretty passive openers, no gas, and Koss is gonna go for a really fast third command center. So buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, since Scarlett's not opening with any gas, and it looks like she's going to go for a 4-queen build. This game looks like it could go the distance, be a little bit of a longer one. Creep tumor being spread by Scarlett. I have to say, though, Scarlett's creep spread has been on the ball today. It's one of the things that she's known for. It's so scary. This random Marine trying to get this Overlord came so close and got so far, but in the end, these Zerglings say it doesn't even matter, and he will die. No! Wow, he's saved by his buddies. Man, that's... that one try by that guy's like hero. Just walk into the bar, just be like, yeah, man, I got chased by two lings, no big deal. And he's gonna be moving across the map. The Zergling, oh man, comes so close, man. That is like... It's like facing death. It's like having a truck run at you, but then another truck hits it right before it hits you. Yeah, double gas being taken by Scarlett. So this looks like this could be... how many drones we got? Looks like a possibly 36 type drone. Possible roach play with this gas. 2-base infester is what generally this late of a gas can mean, but I feel like we should see some kind of tech building from Scarlett. I don't know if she's going to go lair off this. It's too late of a lair to go fast 2-base muta. Okay, she's going to get a third behind this, so it's probably going to be a lair then, and move into infester tech and possibly really fast hive. She's getting speed first, which is totally fine, but she's mostly droning, so it's not like she's going to go for anything really, really aggressive, as it were. But just a lot of drones. No gas at the natural yet. There we go. Now taking one, and I feel like she has the 100 gas. Double evolution chamber. I seemed a little bit greedy, actually. not getting that lair yet. She goes for the 1-1 first. Koss, though, it doesn't really matter because Koss is also playing equally greedy. He's going to begin to bust down these rocks. In Heart of the Storm, of course, we have the constructible rocks, but alas, we're bumming it out. Our last couple matches on Wings of Liberty, Russian Starleague, one of the final Wings of Liberty tournaments. Bringing you a lot of great players, though. We've had Naniwa, Bly, Nertio, I believe. If I recall correctly, Nertio is in this. Of course, players like Cass and Scarlett. We had MMA as well, so really great series of games coming out of this to tip things off. And there's the lair now starting about 8 minutes, 7:40 maybe. Zergling speed is about to complete, though. That 1-1 for the Zerglings is on the way, so this is going to be a possible Ling Infestor style. I feel like it's going to be Ling Infestor into Fast Hive just because of the size of the map. So we'll have to see. Scarlett has been favoring the Mutalisk play in this particular match. We didn't actually see too much of it when Scarlett played against the Protoss player. His name somehow escapes me. Munchie. So this should be interesting. I wonder what exactly she's going to do. There's a Baneling Nest going down. Okay, so Baneling Nest, typically Ling Infestor, it's a more of a defensive play style. You hold off drops with the Infestors, go for your Hive, be greedy with your drones, and you have a lot of options for going for fast tech. And it also allows you to spend more APM on spreading creep. But the Baneling Nest suggests that she's worried about Marines, which means that she might be going Mutalisks. We haven't seen a tech building dropped just yet, but I feel like it could be a Spire. There we go. It will be a Spire. That's kind of what I was thinking. You wouldn't get a Baneling Nest if you're going Infestors, unless you're going for like this pseudo-aggressive style that some Zerg players picked up. It didn't become crazy popular where, you know, Ling, Baneling, Infestor, but mostly because that playstyle is completely shut down by siege tanks. And Koss, well, as we saw in the game on Cloud Kingdom, Koss is not afraid to go for double factory tank production. And, well, you don't want to play against, you don't want to play some style like that. Ling, Baneling, Infestor generally is really effective against players that go for a single factory, and you can just get tons of Zerglings and completely swarm your opponent and tear his face apart or something along those lines. But some Zerglings going around to scout for Scarlett. 2-2 on the way. Baneling, speed on the way as well. And Scarlett's going to start at 4th base. So this is gearing up to be more of a mid-game game. In terms of who's going to be doing the aggression. +2 attack is on the way for Koss. He's getting that siege mode together and his combat shield. And Scarlett, that creep spread is monstrous, passing the halfway point at 10 minutes. This is actually really insane how far this creep is, and that's going to really help the Zergling, Baneling, Mutalisk playstyle. She's going to take a 5th base. She says, you know what, man, I'm not worried about whatever Koss is doing. Koss is going for some cheeky 2-2 Terran timing. I'm not worried about it. What is he going to do to me? They try to stop my creep. I've got tons of Zerglings ready. I got Queens ready. You kill my creep tumor, I'll drop down even more. And these Marines might actually pop a Queen. Very low hit points. Steps 4 does get one of them, but the Zerglings show up. We'll be able to get the Marines. The Queen does escape, and she will be able to drop down a creep tumor right where she left off. So the creep spread not really thwarted at all. Delayed by maybe half a minute. Nothing too crazy. Baneling speed will complete soon. Mutalisks are on the way. And we have a couple out already, actually. So this looks like we could see another big frontal bust. We have gas. We could see a bunch of Banelings made by Scarlett and just try to go for that big bust like we saw in game number 2. But we're going to have to see. We don't have any Banelings in the production tab just yet. 6 on the way now. But these Marines and Marauders are actually poking out now. Koss looks like he wants to leave his base, but there's a lot of Zerglings. There's a lot. Yeah, that's going to say that. Let's use that phrasing. There's a lot. A drop gets shut down in the top right side by Scarlett. So Koss moving up. He's trying to take out these creep tumors. Nice little job here. He wants to move out, but there's the problem is you have this very, very long winding path of creep tumors that are everywhere. So if he decides he wants to push, well, Scarlett says, hey, I'm just going to make 1,000 Banelings. I would love for you to step on my creep, good sir. Please welcome yourself to my humble abode. Mutalisks dodging around, picking off street. Another medevac. He might... Oh, no. He loses his medevac. Great catch by Scarlett. And, well, there's a sizable number of Banelings and Zerglings outside this 3rd base now. I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to do something crazy like push in. She probably wants to gauge the tank count first. They are not sieged, but with their positioning, Koss has he's in an okay position. He's not worried about this. But what's left of the wall blocks the Zerglings and forces them to run inside the tank range. Now there is that +1 vehicle weapons research going. It's not done yet, so it takes 2 siege tank hits to kill a Zergling, and a lot more Banelings are done. Scarlett looks like she's just going to try to completely crush Koss with an infinite number of banelings. She wants to watch that Vengeance trailer too, guys. Here she goes. She's moving in now, pushing in towards the Bio Forces. Koss's tanks. A lot of the banelings detonate on the tanks. The Marines moving behind the tank line. There's tanks in the back. The spread on the Marines is fantabulous, though. Scarlett not going to be able to kill everything, but there's just so much here. She might be able to overrun it with the Ling follow-up. The hive is almost complete. Another big pack of banelings running in towards that third base. Oh my goodness, the SCVs going down in a splash of acid, and Scarlett doing a lot of damage to Koss. I think she wants to watch the trailer as much as you guys. The Zerglings swarming the tanks, catching a choke point in the natural, and all Scarlett needs to do is rally Zerglings forward at this point, make some more banelings, and just go for a secondary bust because she has a ton. There's a huge advantage now, killing almost all his workers. The drop hits the third base of Scarlett. There may have been one in the main. There's some missing drones, it looks like. But the Zerglings will clean this up. Scarlett is going to get that 3-3 upgrades before Koss for once. So I like that. And these Mutalisks, he says, hey, I can't really get out of here because you've got Mutalisks. Scarlett, bring in those flying monstrosities over. And Koss, he can't catch a break this game. This is looking pretty bleak, and it looks like Scarlett is going to try to just make this push right now, and this could be it for Koss coming up very soon here. He's down in supply, and I feel like Scarlett, she doesn't actually have enough gas to make a ton of banelings. She's gonna get Ultralisks, Infestors, Chitinous Plating. She's not gonna jump the gun on trying to end this game, but she definitely has the capabilities to do so. Wants to max out. Says, okay, I'll get the rest of my forces here. I have my creep basically in the third base of Koss. I'm not worried about him leaving or trying to do anything cheeky. So the double factory tank production is nice, but at this point, it will simply not be enough to pull Koss back in just yet. He's going to need an amazing, godlike engagement. But the problem is, positioning works when you can target fire units like banelings, when you can target fire units like the Ultralisks or the Infestors, but you can't target fire Zerglings. They just overwhelm you. You need units like Hellbats to deal with larger numbers of those, and those are not in this game. Mech armies fare a little bit better, but a bunch of banelings we made, and it looks like Scarlett, with the Ultralisks out now, is ready to bring this game to a conclusion. She has a ton of army supply here. The first Infestor might try to catch a fungal to force the initiation on this fight, but the tank count's looking pretty solid for Koss. If he can hold this push, Scarlett is still way up in bases. All the bases he could possibly take right now are creeped, except this possible fourth. The Mutalisks actually head into the main base and start poking away. Scarlett just trying to find the best angle of penetration to move into Koss's base and try to kill him. So this is definitely it's a precarious position for Koss because he knows if he moves out, he's dead. But Scarlett needs to be smart. She doesn't want to throw everything away. These tanks are spread very well. I will say, though, now that 3-3 is done for Scarlett, this is the best time to move in. She has an upgrade advantage. These Mutalisks are pulling a couple of the Marines back, just kind of messing with them. And at this point, I guess Scarlett's just worried because she doesn't have enough bank to remake this army. She's just waiting to get this set up. So, yeah, the Mutalisks doing more poking. God, look at this creep! Look at this! She sees everything. She has overlords everywhere. There's nothing she doesn't see. This is ridiculous. Oh my god, man, this gives me nightmares. I play Terran. This gives me nightmares. This is like that awful position. Like right now, Koss is sitting in his bed. He has the blanket pulled up over his eyes, and he's sitting there like, please, monster, go away. But now it's time to take the covers off and possibly face his fears. He's stepping out onto the creep. This is everywhere, and Scarlett says, welcome to the party. The Banelings and Ultralisks are moving in, and they are going to eviscerate these Marines, tearing them to shreds. The Ultras moving in. Not too many fungals actually being thrown down, but should see a ton of Zerglings made to follow this up. And there's the GG from Koss. Scarlett takes this fight. Wow, that is our last match today for the RSL.